attempting to make a jacket from blanket, and I have no idea what I am doing, and I thought, let's start filming. And I have no idea if I will ever post this on YouTube because I'm just guessing. And Inga is my assistant and she has no idea what she's doing either. Yep. Okay, but so I bought a blanket from Vinted, so it's pre-loved. And I wanted to make it to a jacket. This is a blanket with the frills and everything. And I thought that I could create a pattern myself. So I have a jacket, a short jacket that I like the fit of. So I thought I could like try to copy that jacket. So that's what I am attempting now. And I've already painted the front part. You can see I've painted two different because three different actually. So we'll see which one of them I use. I hope this one, and then I'm just gonna make it longer because I want a long jacket. So I'm just trying to like copy the shoulder and arms, and then I'm just gonna make it long. So I thought we could figure this out. So I'm gonna try to copy the back part of this jacket now, and then I can just fold the fabric in two and get like the whole thing. So I'm just gonna try to the middle is somewhere there, and then we are this is not easy. Okay. So if this is working, I have not decided about the length, but when I start cutting it's too late to change my mind. So I'm a little bit nervous. But we have the back, we have the front. Now I just need the sleeves as well. So I guess I'm doing the same thing with them. I'm just trying to copy the pattern, and then I can just fold the fabric twice to get the whole arm. Okay, I can decide on the length. I want to use as much length as I can, I think. Do I need anything more? I had an idea that I should make a collar, but I don't know. That feels a little bit more difficult. What do we think? If this doesn't work, I'm fucked. Or the blanket is. And that feels sad. I'm gonna show you the blanket again. So it's very pretty. Like cream and beige. And then I was thinking that the frills should be on the front part of the jacket. And this is what I painted. So this is half the back part here, there, and then we have the arm sleeves. So this is half the sleeve, and then this is the front part. Okay, I'm gonna cut it out. I will cut it out, and then we'll see what we have to work with. Wish me luck. So I've cut out the pattern pieces, and she is not helping at the moment at all. So we have the front piece, the back piece, and as you can see they're different lengths, but I'm gonna decide on the length later. And then I got so unsure about the sleeves, so I found a pattern on blouse. So I used that sleeve pattern. Nej, nej, Leia, Toteme. It's mommy's Dyson. No. But that sleeve is 3/4 length, so I need to make this one longer. And I don't know she's smelling something. What do you smell? You're just destroying everything. Yes. Is it you that smell? She smells something. Oh, oh, yep. Close up. So sorry. Okay, back to the pattern making. So the arms, I used a pattern that I had. No! She's taking my Dyson pieces. Oh, damn dog. Yeah. I'm gonna fold this one in half. Like so. Okay. So we have front piece, and I'm gonna make it as long as possible. So I'm gonna use the whole length. So I'm just gonna put this one on here, and then I'm gonna use the maximum length. And then we have the back piece that should be doubled, so I'm gonna use the back piece and put that against the fold. And I have the front piece lining up with what do you call these, frills? Yeah, I have them against, you call this frills, right? Yeah, we call it that now. And then the back piece is lining up against the fold, like so. And do we have enough for the sleeves? I think so. Oh, maybe not. Jacket without sleeves. So the question is, no, I want them that way. They have to fit, but they don't. You need to make a shorter jacket. Should I make a short jacket instead then? Okay, yeah, I have to make a short jacket because then I will have enough fabric. So that means I have to shorten it. So we are making this one shorter, like so. And this one there, and then I can use the sleeve down here. Okay, so we're gonna make a short coat or jacket or whatever. I'm gonna pin these in place, and then I'm gonna start cutting. And hoping that I've copied this pattern the right way, or else this jacket will be too small, probably. Most likely too small. But if I take some extra seam allowance when cutting, I think we're fine. I hope. So let's start. So we have all the pieces cut out, and now I'm just gonna zigzag all the raw edges, and then I'm gonna cinch it together. Fingers crossed it's big enough. I've zigzagged all the edges, and I now just pinned the bodies together to see if it fits, and it does. Even a little bit too big, which is much better than too small. Sleeves are maybe a little bit too, or the shoulders are but I think that will sort itself out once I've attached the arms. And I think it's looking good. Just have to decide about the length. So you can see how long it is. I think I want it to be like shorter. I would have preferred a really long coat, but maybe I should make it short. We'll see. I can change that later, but and I have some pieces left, so I think I can make a waistband if I would like to. These will probably be enough in length if I attach them. So I'm just gonna put everything together and then the arms in place, and we'll see how it turns out. And maybe I'm going to make a collar anyway. Maybe that's too difficult. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so it's turning out really good. I've attached the shoulder seam, and I've also done the side seam, and I've attached some pockets. If you want to know how I make pockets, you can head over to the YouTube video where I make a skirt and I show you. So I had sweater that was big holes in, so I used that for pockets. And now I am attaching the sleeves to the sleeve hole. And since I love a little bit of a puffed sleeve, not too much on, since it is a jacket, but you know, just a little bit. So I have like folded, so this is the shoulder part, and I have a folded two up here, just on each side of the shoulder seam. And I'm going to show you the other side because I've already cinch that one together, so then you can see that this one has a slight like poofy sleeve, not too much, but you know, just a little to make it more look nice. And now it's time to put the things together. I can't believe that it's almost done. I'm actually gonna do, I think, like on the sleeves and at the bottom hem, once I decide the length, I'm gonna do, if you've seen the Toteme jackets with the visible stitching in the end, I think that would look nice. So I have to go to the store tomorrow and buy some threads for that, I guess. But otherwise it's starting to look, I don't know what to do with the collar yet, if I'm gonna keep it like this or if I'm gonna make like something. This is, let's see if I can copy it down. So this is what it's, sorry for the messy background, but I think I'm gonna make it a little bit shorter. We have the pockets, and this one was fairly easy to make. I can't believe I've done this. So I think right now I'm gonna start with, I'm gonna pop you up again. I'm gonna make a waistband. I have some leftover pieces, and I think if I am cutting these to the width I would like, and then I think I'm gonna do the same thing as with the bottom hem, that I'm gonna do the visible stitches like the Toteme jacket. I'm gonna do the same on the waistband. So I'm just gonna cut this to the width that I like. Maybe I'm gonna fold it so it's, no, I think that will make it too thick. I think I'm gonna keep it like single, or should I fold it? No, I'm gonna keep it single. So I'm gonna attach these two so it's getting a little bit longer, cut it to the right length with I meant, and then I also then have to attach some belt loops, I guess. Where should I put them? Or I'll see, maybe I skip that and just, then I can use the belt if I like, and I can take it off. Waistband, like so, and I think it is enough. I'm also gonna zigzag all the edges, of course. Good morning, or it's not morning any longer, but it's the next day. And I've been thinking about a jacket, and I want to put a collar on it, or do you call it a collar? I just want something that is like standing like so. So I had some leftover fabric. It was just basically like small. Okay, so the camera died, no memory. But what I said was I just had some scrap pieces left, so I had to do what I could with what I have had. So I took the widest pieces and the longest pieces and cinched them together like so. So I cinched them together on the short ends and then on one of the long sides, and then the other shorter, zigzagged, and then a short seam, and then flipped it inside out. And I'm gonna use this as some kind of collar, and it's not long enough to go all the way around, but I don't think that's what I want. Anyway, I've looked at some coats that I have, and usually when it's just this little small stand-up collar, it's not going all the way. So I think this is fine. I'm gonna try to cinch this one onto the coat, and then I have to figure out something to do with these ends. I just think I'm gonna do some kind of bias binding or something, like a piece like that, kind of fold over or something. I have no plan, but I think it will turn out amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna try to attach this one I'm gonna attach it like, I'm gonna put these sides together and make sure it's centered, and then I'm gonna make a straight seam all the way around, and then I can like flip it up, iron this one so that it stands, and then I think I'm gonna hand cinch this part to the inside, or I make it on the machine. I don't know yet, we'll see. Stay tuned. I have attached the collar, so I have cinched it to the back like so, and here it's open, so just, and now I'm just gonna fold this one over the raw edges, and then I think I'm gonna hand stitch this one in place, or I'm just making it with the machine. Maybe that's easier, and I can try to make the seam just exactly in these stitches, but let's try it on and see if it worked out or if it's gonna look totally crazy. I'm gonna pop it in. I think it's, I also did like some kind of bias binding on these edges, so when I stitched this one is in place, I also added a little piece of fabric like so. It's not perfect, as you can see. I should have put this one inside, of course, but you know. So then I'm just gonna make the same thing. I'm gonna fold this one inwards, and then I can attach this one the same, so I get a nice edge. And where did my pin go? Oh no. Okay, there it is. Not good. My dog is finding these like everywhere, playing with them. So I have to make sure that I find them. So I think I'm gonna do this with the machine. I'm too lazy to hand stitch. Or I'm too impatient. So what do we think? It's actually turning out better than I thought. Yay. Sorry. Maybe if you want to, you can also like add like a little bit of like what do you call it, like a clasp, if you want to be able to close it, like so. I haven't decided about the length, and I can show you in the mirror. So this is the length. It is as of now. So this was the longest. Hello. The longest length I was able to cut out from the fabric. Sorry. So I wish it would have turned out longer. I would have liked a really long coat, but this is what I had. I think it's fine, but maybe I would prefer if it was shorter, maybe like a cropped jacket. I think I might have more use for that. Or I'm gonna keep it this length. Please let me know what you think. So let's attach the collar, and then we have to go to the store and buy some thread so that I can embroider the arms and the bottom edge. I just can't decide long or short. I also just went to the store and bought some hook and eye. I think it can look pretty good if I could close it like so. But I don't want any big buttons or something, so I'm thinking hook and eye is perfect. And then some embroidery needles, because I'm gonna embroider the edges with blanket stitch. Is that what it's called? Like almost Toteme jacket style. But I'm so unsure about the length. Maybe I'm gonna keep it this and decide after I've posted this video, so you have to let me. Okay, so it's time to make the blanket embroideries on the sleeves at least, since I haven't decided about the length yet. And I bought some matching yarn. I haven't done this before. I don't know if this is the right thing, but I bought a thing that was in the best like matching color, because I wanted to match like the dark brown. And I think this one was the closest I could get. I think it's a little bit thin, so I'm gonna try to fold it twice and hope it turn out good. So I have a cardamom bun and I have my cup of tea. So I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna make some blanket embroideries on the edge of this one. And then I have someone here that wants to steal my bun. So we have to do a taste test. So these buns, if you're ever in Gothenburg, there's a sourdough bakery in Linnea. It's called Alvar and Ivar, and their buns and breads are amazing. I love them. I used to live next to the bakery before. I'm glad I moved a couple of streets away. So, vanilla tea and a cardamom bun. Evening snack or afternoon snack. I'm also gonna watch YouTube whilst doing this, I think. I'm actually right now watching Freya Killin, and she has just bought a house. So very jealous. I used to be living in a house with my ex-boyfriend, but when we separated, I moved back to my apartment. And I miss the house, especially now during the spring and summer months. But I'm gonna buy one as soon as I found it. first arm is that I should save like a little bit extra on the other side of the loop, so that I can like tie the last stitch with the first one. So I've secured with a little knot, and I have a piece of yarn after. And let's see, where do we have the other arm? So I started at the, like, in the seam. So this is going to be not the most, or the least visible place. So I'm going to start right here. I'm going to put my needle through. Pull it through, and then once again in the same loop. And then I have to decide what length and width I want the stitches to be. So this did not become perfect on this side, because if you want it perfect you should have measured. I just eyeballed it. So I'm going to try to make them the same. So you're always gonna start from underneath the needle going up. That's always the direction to start. So mine, I would say that mine is approximately 1 by 1 centimeter, maybe 1.5, maybe. So then I'm gonna take my needle and I'm gonna put it like 1.5 centimeters to the side, and then 1.5 centimeter down. I'm gonna get it through like so, maybe a little bit more down. Somewhere there. So it's coming through. And just before the loop closes, like so, I pull it from the back in. I'm gonna take my needle and poke it through that hole, and I'm gonna tighten it. Like so. There we have the first, and then I'm gonna make the same. So 1.5 centimeter to the side, and then 1.5 centimeter, one down. Needle coming through, and then as the loop is getting smaller and smaller, I'm going to take my needle and now you can see what it's starting to look like so. I'm going to make a few more so that you can see. So 1.5 centimeter to the side, 1.5 centimeter down, there, from behind, and then as the loop is getting smaller, pull it through. Tighten it. And there we have the third one. And then you just continue, and as you can see, they're not looking perfect, but it turns out good in the end. So you don't have to be that fussy. So 1.5 centimeter to the side, up and down, and then putting it through the loop. Then again. And then you just repeat this all the way around, and then I just ended with securing it by knotting the first piece, like this one, together with the last piece on the back. Maybe there's another way, but that's what I did. Both arms, they turned out really pretty, and the color matches, I would say, almost perfect. So this is the sleeves, and I have to decide about the length, but I'm gonna, as I said, I'm gonna keep it this length, and then you can let me know which length you prefer. And then I'm gonna embroider the bottom edge. Should I make some more embroidery somewhere? Like, would it be nice on the pockets? Maybe the pockets, like, maybe not. Collar, no. I'm gonna keep it like this. It's just, they turned out so good. If I can do this without a pattern, you can. I promise you. Because I've never done something like this before. I'm just making things up as usual. But I'm gonna leave you with this jacket here. And I hope you enjoyed following along on this one. I think it's a short video. And I hope you can make your own. And please let me know which length you prefer. Keep it or make it shorter. See you in my next one.